Hello, good morning to everybody. This would be my 5th boss video. And if that didn't already tell you I like boss, this is my 2nd guide on him. There's a common misconception that he's only overpowered and a low skill floor, and as someone with 119 wins out of 147 rounds, which is 119 out of 147, which makes the lowest ratio 17 wins to 21 rounds as of before the background footage you're gonna see, and over 20 plus hours with him, probably he's only just good. I'm not gonna lie, he's not really OP in any way. They have nerfed him to a point where he's just good, but he is balanced in an odd way, like one of the only balanced killers in the game. But you're not here for my opinion, you're here for facts. So let's start off with his stats. Boss is a 6 speed with 6 terror, so your basic middle ground stats. His speed is decent and his radius is big. His detection has a CD of 80 seconds, which is already pretty small as is, and lasts 5 seconds. His attack recovery takes 2 seconds and slows him by negative 1.5 ms, which I still to this day don't know if that's supposed to relate to your ping client or not, since it's just a walk speed slow, pretty much. He has a plus 1.75 ms lunge that lasts 1.5 seconds, which is decent at best. Blood Money. His passive Blood Money allows you to shave 2 seconds off your detection for every down or kill. This excludes DCing into a kill state. So if somebody DCs into a kill state, it does not give you a stack, I don't believe. I haven't had somebody DC on my boss before they died in a long time, so I can't really remember. Sorry guys. So with no Iris, 7 out of 8 people dead. No DCs, that's 14 stacks, which would shave off 28 seconds, meaning your detection CD would be 52 seconds. That is under a minute. Now, it gets crazier. If every survivor were—
Oh no, my math is wrong. Come back.
realize my math is wrong, because if there's 16
Stacks.
and they've all had 3 lives, 16 times 3, that's 32 plus 16, that's 40. 32 plus 16, that's 48 lives. So if we account, let me just fact check, that's 48 lives, right? Now if the last survivor is injured, correct, that would mean we subtract 1, so that's 47. 47 times 2, that's 94, which would mean if we did 80 minus 94, that's a negative 14 detect CD. Oh no. It's insane. Like, truth be told, that's insane. Borderline impossible, but insane. The Daybreak Wiki also has a cooldown chart if you need a visual, but I have some calculations I did myself, so not to sound like a nerd, but they'll be in here. 2 Punch. 2 Punch. Next, his 2 Punch impacts his switch CD, which has a 25-second cooldown. Let's say you have a normal 8-person round, you have those 14 stacks again, and 1 survivor left. That's an 11-second cooldown on your CD switch. Apply that to the Iris pot, hypothetically, and you get a minus 2-second switch CD. Oh my god. That's not possible. I truly believe that's not possible, but given the numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie, guys. They don't. The lowest switch CD I have ever had was between 9 and 6. But this is also why boss is so incentivized to get fast downs. No blood money stacks equals less pressure, which makes you less of a speed demon. Because the lower your switch CD is, the more you're fast. You can switch between 2 weapons, a crowbar and a set of brass knuckles. Crowbar is the long and slow hitbox, while brass knuckles is the short and fast one. They're like PB&J, tomato soup and grilled cheese. Switching speeds you up by 1.5 ms for 1.75 seconds, which makes you faster than all survivors for that tiny period. You can almost swing immediately after that switch, so imagine combining that switch speed with an instant brass knuckle down. Now on to the weapons themselves. I have to sit my mic down because my hand is hurting. Crowbar is the weapon you start with, and what I assume to be the thing making up his base stats that are listed. It puts you at a 6 speed and has a humongous lunge that's easy for survivors to hold W on and outrun. Stupid, I know, but I guess he's balanced in that way. Crowbar and Survivor makes them do gens slower by 20% for 80 seconds. Stalker? Suck my balls. Because somehow Crowbar can probably do more pressure than you crouching for 90% of the round. I'm sorry, Stalker mains. Don't yell at me. I'm just speaking some truth. That's a pretty long time and pretty heavy. Crowbar has also been changed a total of 2 times. Originally, you didn't get the walk speed decrease at all. But the first change they made it to where survivors received a minus 10% walk speed debuff, which would have done the following if they didn't hotfix it. Crowbarring a 9 speed would go to 8.1, crowbarring an 8 speed would go to 7.2, crowbarring a 7 speed would go to 6.3, crowbarring a 6 speed would go to 5.4, crowbarring a 5 speed would go to 4.5, Jesus, and crowbarring a 4 speed would go to 3.6. Holy crap, Emery. Oh my god, I've crowbarred an Emery before, and Jesus. With that original slow, that was just awful. But then they nerfed it, like, within probably 2 to 3 days, I'm pretty sure, to the current value where it removes 7.5% of your walk speed instead. Putting it at boss crowbarring a 9 speed makes them an 8.325 speed. 8 speed makes them a 7.4 speed, 7 speed makes them a 6.475 speed, 6 speed makes them a 5.557 speed, 5 speed makes them a 4.625 speed, oh my god, and 4 speed makes them a 3.7. If you need to know the in-studio walk speed, the wiki also has a chart for that. I'll also put it on screen. You got it? Okay, good. Also, sorry, Prekeeper. I thought I put the second one up there, but I only put the one for the 10%, if you've seen his video. Which is still good to know how mechanics are in the past. I feel like it's great to know history, even when it comes to games and how they've changed, but Prekeeper, I'm so sorry. Aside from that, the only issue I have with Crowbar is how easy it is to get corner stumped with it, but overall, that weapon does take timing, so 6 times out of 10, it's mainly a skill issue. Or just unbalancing with running. Brass Knuckle. Switching to Brass Knuckle makes boss a 6.8 speed, and his lunge is extremely fast. However, his lunge only lasts about a fraction of a second to make up for him being able to get a burst of speed after downing or killing a survivor. Note that a survivor disconnecting into a kill state also gives you a speed boost. So, if somebody bleeds out and you have Brass Knuckles, you get fast. If somebody DCs into a kill state, so if they were injured before and they DC'd and now they are in a kill state, with the kill announcement, you also get a speed boost. And it can happen randomly out of nowhere. This makes Brass Knuckle awesome because it punishes survivors for using their stamina to outspeed your hitbox. Now, his play style, plus his old one. Boss can be beginner friendly, quote unquote, to some extent, but I believe the most important values to boss are survivor priority and cooldown management. What is survivor priority? Basically, it's where you get the gen rushers and undetectables out early and the loopers out later if humanly possible, with healers being in between. I've talked about this multiple times in multiple videos, so I'll just put a screenshot of what I mean on screen now. Pause if you need to. You got it? Okay, good. Now what the hell is cooldown management? How you play your early game as boss will determine how stressful your late game becomes. One way to mitigate this is by only switching to Brass Knuckle for 2 things. 1, for patrolling at the start, and 2, if you have already crowbarred the survivor you're chasing. Jesus, that starter was horrible. Since you're borderline at 7 speed with BKs, they are great for moving around and getting from one place to another. And you can't crowbar every survivor all the time. Especially loopers, it can become a chore. But I'll get to that in a moment. And if you chase someone with BKs with the minus 7.5 walk speed, you're on it. You're getting there. Boss is also great at snowballing if everyone is in one area while you have BKs, so that's fun. His old playstyle before the old crowbar buff made it to where you crowbar gen rushers and undetectables and brass knuckled loopers, but now it's a matter of crowbarring as many survivors as possible in early game so you can stay at brass knuckles late game. That is indefinitely the meta playstyle for him. And Prekeeper mentioned the same thing too, I believe. The last part could also be a personal opinion, but I recommend having slightly high mouse sensitivity for boss only because of his brass knuckles. And I'll put multiple examples of why on screen now. Okay. It feels fun, and it's easier to slip past walls or door frames, so you're not bumping into stuff constantly. And I will just let you know right now, it's okay to break Chase's boss, but he is an M1, so Chase is pretty important. I wouldn't switch Chase too often, but if you have an 8 lobby and a gen lock, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with switching Chase. Just don't do it too often. Overall though, I hope this helps, and have fun with boss. My old guide will be in the description as well as the Daybreak Wiki and the Daybreak game, of course, because Daybreak. If you're interested in seeing the raw gameplay footage that I had in the background, I'll replay it again with low editing so you can analyze it all you want. I do this with my IDV videos. So, love y'all. Stay creative. Peace.
Come on. It won't hurt that bad. I'm gonna bash your teeth in! You'll never compare to me. Did you expect anything else? You can't hide. Let's switch things up. There's nothing left for you. That's enough of this! That's enough of this! I'm gonna bash your teeth in! You can't hide. You'll never compare to me. Why don't you come over here? Ah! That's enough of this! Didn't even need a gun for that. Only delaying the inevitable. Ah! Ah! You ever broken a bone before? You'll never compare to me. Don't you feel pathetic? Why don't you come over here? Don't you feel pathetic? Ah! You can't hide. Ah! I'm gonna bash your teeth in! Come on. It won't hurt that bad. Don't you feel pathetic? be underneath me. You can't hide. You ever broken a bone before? Come on. It won't hurt that bad. You'll always be underneath me. Come on out. Rah! Rah! Only delaying the inevitable. Rah! Ah! Come on out. Ah! I've killed ants tougher than you. Come on out. Ah! Only delaying the inevitable. Only delaying the inevitable.
Shake things up.
You're just another number to me.